as the people around us affect a lot who we become and they kind of shape us, self-help many times says that we should hang out or surround ourselves only with successful people and kind of cut off the losers in life. But I have found this topic to be much deeper than that and listed 3 benefits I have found myself hanging out with quote unquote, unsuccessful or loser people. Humbleness. We all probably know this type of behavior, which is pretty natural, I think, that when we hang around with people that are quite successful or good in certain things, we start to feel like we are better than others. We start this comparison kind of thing that we are in this excellent team in our workplace, we are carrying the whole company, or in school we are the best in these things and you are not. Our team is much better than any other, and you kind of put yourself on a pedestal and the others, you are kind of pushing them down. But hanging around with people who are a little bit different than you and not always successful, at least in the very same way as you, they keep your feet on the ground and kind of kill this superiority that you might start to have by doing something a lot and becoming very good at it. And I think the worst thing that can happen is that in life in general, like as your human value, you start to think that it's higher than others, that I'm value more than somebody else. A big YouTuber called Nate O'Brien actually just talked about this in a recent video.
If you're spending a lot of time around wealthy people doing expensive things and on jets and boats and all kinds of stuff like that, you start to subconsciously start to think that you're better than other people. And that's the scariest part. That's the part that I really don't like.
What I have learned this year about this is that success, it's very difficult to define like who is successful in life in the first place. Something that you think that is very important to have might be completely waste of time for somebody else. But in the end, what is always very appreciated is the kindness towards others. And if you have this feeling that you're superior to others, I think that doesn't come from a place of kindness or compassion. So this is definitely a benefit that you can have by hanging out with people who are different, that they force you to be humble and listen to others. They keep your feet on the ground. Soft skills. If we would all the time hang out with just people who bring us a lot of joy, positivity, it's always fun, I think that we would miss out on a lot of essential life skills like empathy, listening, communication skills, patience, problem solving, all these skills that are really necessary for every area of life. So these are skills that can be a little bit hard to learn, from books or from online course. I think you might be able to do that, but many times you learn this from practically from life by doing things. And these quote-unquote loser or wrong people are great with this, because they might not be all the time how we want our friends or people who are close to us to be. They might be loud when we want to be just quiet. Yay! 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 Or they might have problems in life that we have never heard of and they are asking your help, or if you have some advice and you would really like to help, but you don't know yet how, so you have to be resourceful. For me personally, a few years ago when I was serving in the military, I met a lot of good people, and back then we had a lot of things in common, of course. We were the same age, doing the same things in life, had a lot to talk about. Now, after a few years, not many of those people are anymore my friends, but those people that are, they have understood the same concept very well, that we don't necessarily need to have something in common for us to be friends. We don't always need to give something to each other. And we are learning from each other so much because we are in completely different fields. Our life paths are very, very different. And it's always nice when we, get together and meet and we can share all the lessons and things that have happened in our lives, all the experiences, people we have met and the stories. And we are learning so many new things just because we have this respect and we don't have some sort of expectation that, okay, this friend needs to be exactly this so we can be together. New perspectives. In the past year or so, I have met so many new people in my life, and many of them similar to me, and most of them, I would say, have completely different goals and aspirations in life than I do. Still, probably I can learn something very important from everybody that I meet. Even though they might not have the same dreams and goals for me, probably they have some life lessons or skills, some valuable information that I can always get from them. Doesn't matter how old they are, still you can learn so many things from kids being adult. If you go into every conversation with an open mind that what can I learn from this person? What are some things that I can listen to? Do they have some stories? You can learn so many new things and perspectives that you didn't even consider before. That's actually how one of the biggest things in my life, veganism, started. By just listening to somebody explaining that to me, that I had no idea about that. Just listening, hey, tell me a little bit about this. And then the whole world can change in a matter of minutes just because of that. And that can be, it doesn't have to be veganism, it can be minimalism or career options, new hobbies or whatever. But if you always hang out with the same people who have the same ideas and same mindsets, same goals as you, there isn't really depth in that. And if you really want to grow in life, you all the time need new perspectives, new concepts. It doesn't mean that always what you hear is the right thing, but at least you hear that and then you can decide, actually that makes sense, or no, I don't think that that is the right thing to do, at least for me. So please, when you go to conversation, doesn't matter who the person is or how old the person is, listen to them with an open mind. That will make them feel respected and you can learn so many things from those little conversations. For more tips on how to upgrade your life wisely, make sure to check this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Ciao.